Right, we are on live with U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown from Ohio. We're here at the convention, and the first question I wanted to ask you, obviously the old lion came in 2 days ago, and from the progressive movement standpoint, you kind of passed the baton a little bit just because of the situation. And when you pass a baton in the U.S. Senate on the progressive side, obviously that's a little more importance on some of the work that you do in the Senate. We're going to have a new president. We're going to have a new dynamic in Congress. I mean, how can the U.S. Senate actually the change that we're talking about this year, especially given the gridlock that's happened?
Well, I spoke this morning with Kent Conrad, a longtime senator from North Dakota, about Democrats and progressives being ready in January to move this country forward like it hasn't really done in 40 years. The last real progressive era in this country was kicked off in 1965. Medicare, Medicaid, the Wilderness Act, civil rights, voting rights, all the kinds of things that the government did, Congress did to move this country in a progressive direction. It really mattered for several years. We have that opportunity in January. Also, and I spoke with Senator Kennedy about this before he was sick, we also need to be ready. We need to hit the ground running. We need to begin to capture the energy, move that energy of the Barack Obama winning presidential election in November, capture that energy and direction and focus right away and begin to move quickly on global warming, on healthcare, on infrastructure, always, of course, overshadowed or at least in the sense that we need to, of course, end the war in Iraq and freeing up a bit of money to do what we need to do domestically. But, of course, our first goal is end the war. But as we're doing that, domestically, we work on healthcare, we work on infrastructure, we work on green jobs, on restoring manufacturing as we do the global warming infrastructure legislation.
Take some time out. Just tomorrow night, Barack Obama is going to make probably one of the more memorable speeches that you could expect. Even before he even gives a speech, I think people are expecting that. What does that mean for Ohio? What does that mean for our future? I mean, it's bigger than just this election, this speech, and what's happening here this week.
I will be joining Ohioans tomorrow. I'm leaving here tomorrow morning. I won't be with Barack in the stadium with 70,000 excited, enthused, energized Democrats and independents who are so supportive of Barack and changing the direction of the country. I'll be back in Ohio with a number of Ohioans watching it on a big screen. And I think that Ohio's ready. I think that this state, we know how to win in Ohio. Barack's going to know how to win in Ohio. And Ohio, we win Ohio, the election's over. The Republicans simply can't win if we win Ohio. That's the Electoral College says that. We're working in all 88 counties. There's registration increases on the Democratic side far greater than the Republican side in every one of the 88 counties in Ohio. We're not just going to run up big margins in the big cities, the big metropolitan areas. We're going to run up margins and cut margins in smaller counties, places like where I grew up, Mansfield and Zanesville and Portsmouth and Chillicothe and Springfield and Ravenna and Xenia and Lima and all over this state.
Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Only that this election, we say it's always every year is the most important election of our lifetime. This one really is such an opportunity. In 2006, Democrats and independents and progressives in Ohio and across the country closed the conservative era. The conservative era in this country is dead. Ronald Reagan brought it in 1980. He ended it in 2006. Our opportunity now to kick off a new progressive era that starts today with this Democratic convention, continues through November 4th, and then it's what we do in January that really matters.
Right.
Good.